There are different ways in which somebody gets in trouble and owes a balance to the IRS. My name is Sergio Melendez. I am a Juris Doctorate, enrolled agent, and IRS tax expert. I have many years experience of fixing people's tax problems. I will be covering the 6 different ways that people get in trouble with the IRS. So IRS problems begin to pile up, but there's always a reasonable solution on how you can fix these problems. So I laid out the top 6 ways on how somebody gets in trouble. I will start with number 6 and work my work on up to number 1. Each one of these has its own solution and it's case by case. Remember that we do offer a free case review if you would like for us to review how you got in trouble and how it could be fixed for the long term. Item number 6. Item number 6 is one of the most messed up ways of how you can get in trouble. This has no fault of your own. This is when they commit fraud or identity theft against you. This is either somebody filing a fraudulent tax return under your name, under your social security number, and who knows how they got a refund, who knows where. Or somebody else is using your information to work and earn income, and now your taxes are all screwed up. The IRS has one specific department that deals with identity theft, so that could be fixed through that specific department. The 5th way somebody gets in trouble is because of your spouse. Your spouse is either earning income that they're not telling you about, they're buying other assets, other cars, have secret, maybe a lover that they're spending money on. It is in violation of the marriage, and because of the infidelity, and they're not, instead of paying the obligation of the taxes and they're doing anything else with that income, it sounds like a case for innocent spouse relief. Innocent spouse relief is very strict. You need to apply within a certain time frame, but if that's not available to you, then any other method of resolution is available to you, such as offer in compromise, non-collectible, or partial pay installment plan. The 4th way somebody gets in trouble is through a mistake. The mistake happens either you filed your taxes on your own through TurboTax, or you went to a tax preparer and the tax preparer screwed up. Either way, the IRS comes down and hammers you by making the change on your behalf and then issuing out interest and penalties. How you could fix this is next time get a qualified tax professional or have all your documents in order when you do get your taxes done. That way you avoid the IRS correcting any mistakes that happen on your tax return. The solution for this is also could be one of many different methods, such as sometimes you could amend the tax return, or you qualify for anything else, like offer and compromise can be evaluated, non-collectible, partial pay installment plan, one of those solutions. So the top 3rd way somebody gets in trouble with the IRS is when you just never filed the tax return. So sometimes it turns from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years, and this is quite common amongst people that are self-employed or freelancers. You might have different 1099s, 1099 miscellaneous as non-employee compensation, and you just didn't have the records. You say, well, this is a 1 year, I'm not going to file, and next thing you know, it turns to just multiple years. Then the IRS did what's known as a substitute for return and filed the tax return for you without any deductions, any exemptions. They just slapped on the tax, interest penalties, and here you go. So a way to fix this is sometimes it's worthwhile to go back and fix them with the records from the IRS and apply any deduction and exemptions that you qualified for through that tax year. If you still have a balance, then any of the other methods to resolve the case would still apply, such as an offer in compromise, non-collectible status, partial pay installment plan, or some other method of resolving the tax matters. And the 2nd method of how somebody gets in trouble with the IRS is if you went through an audit. Now, there are sometimes personal deductions that you take, like on a Schedule A with mortgage interest, personal property tax, income tax, charitable donations, or you have a sole proprietor, a business as a Schedule C, or you have some kind of corporation, S Corp, C Corp, a partnership, where you went through a long process of audit. After the audit concluded, you owe interest and penalties and so on and so forth, and a really high balance. That now that after the audit is concluded, now you're dealing with the collection department. So now with the collection department, you have to deal with one of the methods available to you. If it's financial based, it's either offer in compromise or non-collectible status, or some kind of installment plan with maybe some penalty forgiveness. But any of the methods to now resolve the tax matter after the audit is concluded is available to you. And the number 1 way somebody owes money to the IRS is you simply made too much money. You're either in a new occupation as a W-2 wage earner and not enough taxes are taken from your paycheck on your withholding, which means you have to do a W-4, or you're self-employed, you're earning 1099 miscellaneous income as non-employee compensation, and now you're subject to making voluntary payments on your own throughout the year. Those are known as quarterly estimated payments, and it's not that difficult to make. It's like making a bill pay. You get on the IRS website, make some kind of deposit, If it's your first year in business, you may not know how much to make. So typically a blanket amount is maybe anywhere between 10 to 15% of the gross amount. But aside from that, if you are self-employed, make sure you start keeping good records like bookkeeping. What is income, what is expenses, and the taxes are based upon the net taxable income. But if you do a balance, even if you have multiple years that you did file an O, then all of the other solutions are still available to you. Offer in compromise, non-collectible status, partial pay installment plan, or an installment plan with some penalty forgiveness. And that's it. That covers the top 6 ways why somebody owes money to the IRS. There's always some kind of solution that you do qualify for. So if you're experiencing tax problems, there's always a reasonable resolution that would make sense for you. We're more than happy to provide a free case review here at Semper Tax Relief. It's going to be honest. The initial consultation is free and confidential. If you like this video, click like. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.